Business owners and CEOs, I have a question for you guys. Why do you think you need a new website? Now, the reason why I ask this is because 9 out of 10 times when clients come to Butler and they ask us for a website redesign, what they really need is a marketing or a content strategy. Strategy really has to come before design. The reason why is because if you're like me, you don't want to spend thousands of dollars redesigning your website just to have a prettier version of what already existed and achieving the same goals, right? So you got to think of, okay, what are we actually trying to accomplish? Which is really the first question. What is our goal? What do you think redesigning your website is actually going to accomplish? Now, I'm going to give you a 4-step process of developing a solid marketing or a content strategy before you spend a single dollar on redesigning your website. And the first step in this process is identifying your goals. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to get better rankings on search engines? Are you trying to convert sales? Are you trying to get leads? Are you trying to get brand recognition? Are you just trying to get the name out there? What exactly are you trying to do? Now, if you know, a lot of businesses that list all these things and say, yes, we're trying to do all of that. Great, that's fine. List down all of your goals, everything that you're trying to do. But if you highlight every word on the page of a book, nothing stands out. So you got to find out, what are we really trying to do in order of priority. So you list your goals, but then you prioritize them in order of most important. What is going to be most urgent and impactful for our brand? So start with your goals. What are you actually trying to do? Then you got to think about your website as being one small part in your user's journey. By user's journey, what I mean is, at some point in time, someone, if they're a customer, they heard about you for the very first time. They've never heard about you before, now they've been made aware, and then they become a customer. Well, what happens in between? And how did they even hear about you in the first place? That's your user's journey. Everybody follows a journey to and through your brand, and your website is one brand experience, or what we call a pit stop on your user's journey. Now, there's 2 ways of mapping out your user's journey. Again, I'm not going to talk too much about the first way because we've done an entire video on how to build user profiles, but user profiles is a great way to think about your user's journey. It gives you more empathy about your ideal client. What you do is you have to come up with your ideal customer. Who are they? Actually give them a name, give them a persona, put a picture to them so you could, see what they look like. Give them demographic information. How old are they? Are they married? Do they have kids? What is their personality style? What kind of content are they consuming? What social media platforms are they using? How are they using the internet? What are they Google searching to solve whatever problem they think your brand might be able to help them with? And so you're really empathizing with your ideal customer. And so user profiles is a great way to do that. I'm not going to go too in depth because, again, we've done a whole video on this. I'll link that in the description below. What I want to talk about is the conversion funnel. Mapping out the conversion funnel, this is a very simple way of thinking about all the different pit stops or all the different brand experiences that your users would have coming to and through your brand. And I'm going to give some hypothetical numbers, right? So at the very first step is awareness. People who've never heard about you, now they've been made aware. So let's just pretend 1,000 people have been made aware of your brand for the first time. They've seen a social media post, they've seen an ad, they've done a Google search and your name has come up. Maybe they're looking through a magazine and they've seen an ad. At some point in time, they've seen your brand, they've been made aware. Now, obviously you want to be intentional about the awareness channels that you're utilizing, but that's the very first step, is awareness. So let's just pretend out of 1,000 people who've been made aware of you, 100 actually do some research. So again, they've seen that Facebook post, maybe it's linking to your website, or maybe they find your website through your social media accounts, and 100 people will actually do some more research, finding out, do you really solve the problem that they're looking to have solved? And out of those 100 people who do some research, maybe 10% will consider you, or they'll engage with your brand at some capacity. So again, going back to the social media scenario, they see an ad on Facebook, they like, comment, or share that post. That's an engagement. Or maybe they go to your website and they see a form fill to get a quote. That's an engagement with your brand. Or maybe you have a newsletter sign up. Or maybe you have a lead magnet hidden behind a lead capture wall. That's an engagement. They're not necessarily being a customer, but they've found your brand, they've heard about you, they did a little bit of research, they figured, oh, this brand can actually solve a felt need that I have, I'm going to engage with them. And out of those 10 people, maybe one of them convert into a customer. And out of that 1% of people who convert into a customer, you'll have a 20% advocacy base. This is really your customer base. These are the people that have you top of mind when it comes to solving the problems that they have that as it relates to your brand. These are the people that are going to refer other businesses or other people in their sphere of influence to your business. This is really your customer base. 20% of your customers will be doing 80% of your volume. So again, awareness, research, engagement, conversion, advocacy, your website falls right here under the research phase. So again, people are going to spend thousands of dollars redesigning their website, but how are people even going to get to your website? And what is the message we're conveying on our website? And the message that's conveyed on the awareness channel, is it really leading towards our goals? And so a lot of this stuff is really backwards, and really you have to do these 4 steps. First is identify your goals, prioritize them in order of most importance, what's most urgent and what's most impactful. Once we've prioritized our goal, then you map out the user's journey, thinking about all the different brand experiences, all the different pit stops along their way. Then you audit the message at each point. If you redesign your website, it will affect the way your social media presence is, the way your Google ads look, your brochures, all of the different communication materials that you have will be affected. So you have to map out the user's journey, then audit the message at each point, making sure that that message will help you go closer towards your goals, and then you can go to design. So before you spend a single dollar on redesigning your website, implement these 4 little pieces of the strategy. Spend 30 minutes to an hour. It'll save you thousands of dollars. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below.